बस इसको हिलाना नहीं है, ठीक है। हाँ, आप टॉपिक्स जो है ना कि अपना इंट्रोडक्शन करवा के टॉपिक पे शुरू कर दें, वो एपीआईटी और दूसरी जरूरत नहीं है अभी।
स्टार्ट रिकॉर्डिंग हो रही है।
Okay, good evening everyone. Let me say welcome to all of you. Today the topic we are going to discuss is the communication process. Then what will be the goals of communication and what are the communication barriers and how can we improve our communication skills. And if you have any question, you can ask me anytime. Yes, what is communication? What do you think? What is the communication process? Start from Mahnur.
Communication process?
Yes. How can you define the communication?
Communication is transmitting your ideas and thoughts. But the process, I never heard about process.
This is the process. You know?
This is a way.
Yeah. You said the transmission of idea from one person to another. This is the communication process. Okay? If I ask you the question, if you want to send your message to your receiver, okay? How will you judge the communication process is completed? Is it the process is completed over here?
When the listener heard your ideas and get the complete concept what you want to say.
Okay, then how will you evaluate that the communication process is completed?
Get a feedback.
Get a feedback. Get a feedback. After getting the feedback, you will be confirmed that idea is transmitted to the receiver as you want to convey the message. Okay, this whole process is called the communication process. Okay, it's clear? Okay, if I ask you the question, if a person wants to be successful in his or her life, which skill do you consider the most important or significant skill?
Ability to communication.
Ability to communicate to others. Because you know it's very important. If you have the degree, you have the strong qualification, sound background, but you need to have the strong communication skill to disseminate your knowledge or disseminate your ideas to other people. Okay? Then what will be the goals? We have already discussed the goals from the communication process. We can change the behavior of others by having the effective communication. Okay, we can have the ability to make the things done by other people. That will be very helpful at your workplace if you know how to make the things done by others. Then to get actions to make the things done by others, then you need to have to ensure understanding. Okay, as we have said, we need to have to get the feedback. Then to persuade. Persuade, this is the very important element of the communication goal. Persuade means if you want to convince someone, you know, if I say do hard work and take the good position, and if you are internally not convinced, then you cannot get even a single result out of it. Okay, so internally you should be convinced. How can I, you can say, how can I convince you? Here I would like to mention the three elements by Aristotle. He says, if you really want to convince someone, you need to remember the three elements. The first element is ethos. Ethos means ethics. From the ethics, if the receiver, they have the idea about the sender. Who is the sender? The sender, if they see he is very ethical person, so he or she is going to be convinced internally. Here I would like to mention the example of Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. The people, they used to call him Sadiq and Amin. Sadiq and Amin. Do you think this is the one-way process? No, this is not the one-way process, because the people, they used to observe him throughout his life, because whenever he spoke, he always speak the truth. So on the basis of their assumption, on the basis of this objectivity, they considered him as an ethical person. So they are going to be convinced. They considered him as an ethical person. So Aristotle says, first of all, you need to be focused on one element, that is ethics. The other is pathos. I say ethos, then pathos. P-A-T-H-O-S. Pathos. Pathos means your emotions. If I want to convince my idea to my receiver, I should consider their emotions as well. Okay, my statement should be relevant to their emotions. If I consider their feelings, their emotions, then the receiver, they will listen to our idea with more understanding. Okay, they will get the idea. The third one is, the last one is logos. Logos mean logic. Logos is derived from the logic. Logic. If I ask you the question, 2 plus 2 divided by 2. Yes, please. 2 plus 2 divided by 2. Yes. 3. 2, 3. Yes, please. Yes. 2, 3. 2, 3, 2, 3. You know? 2, 3, 2, 3. Okay. If you say 3, what is the reason behind it?
According to the DeMass rule, you have to divide first and then add.
Okay, according to the DMAS rule, first divide, then go for the addition. So there is some reason. She said, Fatima said 3, so there is some reason behind her statement. So if there is a logic, then you can definitely convince your audience. Okay?
Now moving forward.
Sorry. 70% of our communication efforts are misinterpreted. People, they interpret differently, okay? Or your receiver, they may get the wrong idea. They are unable to understand your idea. Then maybe rejected, maybe distorted, or maybe your message is not heard by them. Once I received an email from my colleague, and have you heard the word that is PARADIGM?
The pronunciation.
When I received the email, I point out this word. This is paradigm. Okay, first I reject. Okay, leave it. I'm not getting the idea. I even didn't bother to check the pronunciation as well as the meaning of the word. I said reject it. The message is conveyed to me by a reject the message. Then distorted, maybe distortion, or maybe not heard properly. Then I consult. If you are, I can say, if you are above 30, then definitely you will consult the dictionary. Or if you are under 30, then you are gonna Google it. Okay? So I Google it. That is the word paradigm. Okay? So that makes me clear, and I got the exact idea. So if we receive any idea, this is the hurdle. Even we reject it, we don't bother to know about the new words, or we don't listen. Okay, these are the barriers. Then, okay, please take a sheet and write half of 15. Please do it quickly. Write half of 15. Half of 15. Yes, please. Your answers. I need your answers, please.
1 and 5. 1 and 5.
1 and 5. Okay?
7.
7. Yes, Fatima.
Half of 15.
Half of 15. Half of 15. Some said 7. Some said half of 15. 1, 5, So, different individuals, they are sitting over there. As I have told you earlier in the previous slide, misinterpreted. You interpret the different message. Okay? I just asked you to write half of 15. That's it. Okay? Okay? Okay, now please, look at this slide. Tell me, which component is most significant component? Words, 7%, voice, 38%, and body language, 55. And mostly we do ignore this, body language. Okay, for the more clarification of this idea, let's do one activity. Okay, kindly look at me. Kindly look at me, please. Everyone, I need your attention, please. Kindly look at me. Stretch your arms. Please, everyone, stretch your arms. Okay. Put your finger on your nose. Yeah, idea is conveyed to you. There was a difference. There was no compatibility between my words and actions. So if there is no compatibility between your words and actions, so receiver, they will not understand your idea. Okay? So be careful about the body language, about your non-verbal communication. If I say, look at me, I'm happy. You believe? No. communication process is failed or not completed. So we are going to discuss the three barriers: psychological barrier, semantic barrier, and physical barrier. What is the semantic barrier? The scientific or the study of the relationship of words and their meanings, or words choice. Okay, so we can say different words, symbols, and signs, they vary from persons to person. Okay, because the reason is the people, they are from the different backgrounds, different culture, as well they speak the different languages, or they have the different religions, their age factor is different. So the people, their diversity of people are there, so their perception is also different. If I say one idea, so every individual, they will perceive differently. So semantic is about the language. A single word conveys lot of meaning. Once I went to Lahore and I was not familiar with the Punjabi language, and I asked the lady, I said, what's your name? She said, ki keh rahe ho? But I was not understanding her idea because there was a language barrier. I couldn't understand her words. She was not understanding me, so we need to, she asked me the question. Again, dasso tusi ki jande ho? Dasso means tell me. If you feel any difference, if you have any barrier, then you need to discuss with the receiver, because you need to convey the message. So we need to be careful about what could be the barriers. For example, a good type, selection of words. You need to select the words while communicating. Okay, a good type, but you can, the both words having the same meaning. You can write down, yes, Amanu. Cheap or expensive? Inexpensive. See, inexpensive. Okay. If I say that you are wearing cheap tie, it carries little meaning. Although the meaning is the same, but we need to be careful about choosing the words. Policeman says today you will be our guest, so you can perceive the idea. Okay. Apple. What comes in your mind? Yes. Yes, please. Apple. Fruit. Okay. Apple fruit. Apple food. Fruit. A laptop. Young people, they are saying laptop. Huh? Yes.
Laptop.
Sir, आप कुछ भी कह रहे हैं. Okay. So I said one word, that is apple, and you told me so many options. Apple could be the red apple, green apple, juice, jam, laptop. So just one word carries so many meanings. Okay? Then psychological barriers. Your emotions. You have already studied about the emotions. What are the emotions? These could be the barriers. Okay? If you are working at your workplace and you got the news, I am promoted with double salary, then what will be your reaction? You must be happy. What factors or what thing you will be productive for your organization? Yes. If you are feeling like distress or you are in stress, then what will be the effect? What will be the effect? No effect. If you are in stress, you are in pain. Psychological barriers are relevant to your cognitive factors. Okay. If you are in the class and you are thinking something else, okay, then can you get the exact idea that I am conveying to you? No, never. Because your mind, you are mentally absent in the class. Okay. So these could be the psychological barriers. Or if you are happy, that is also affect your communication process. Then if I ask you, write a letter to someone whom you dislike the most, then what कुछ लिखेंगे? Communication barriers आएंगे, because you have the feelings, your emotions, ठीक है? So you need to learn how to overcome the emotions, okay? Audience may feel indifferent, maybe they are biased towards you.
What is the meaning of indifferent?
Audience may feel indifferent, biased toward your subjects. This is your emotions, because if I am carrying the negative emotions, I will feel negative about the communication process. Once I was in MBA class and I was studying the subject that was accounts and finance. I never liked this subject in my life. I never liked to sit in the class. लेकिन मैं जब बैठी भी होती थी, my mind was not presently there. Indifferent, because you feel indifferent. That is not the objective way, that is the subjective base. Because I don't like the subjects, I don't like to sit, or I don't like to have the communication process, okay? So you need to overcome your emotions. Or maybe audience, they don't like you, so they don't want to listen to you.
You are physically there, but mentally not there.
Mentally you are not there. Or if you have the negative emotions, then definitely if you are very happy, someone asks you, sir, may I have your time? Yes, of course. If you are in stress, if someone asks, sir, may I have your time? क्या मुसीबत है, मैं पहले I am already busy, you know. So communication process जो है यहाँ पर affect होता है because of your emotions, okay? Perception, as we have discussed, different individuals, they are from different backgrounds, different culture, different religion, different sects, different caste, even they speak different languages as well. So every individual, they have the different perception abilities, okay? They may think according to their own perception. So everyone perceives, interprets things differently. Okay, yes, please kindly look at this slide and let me know. What do you know about this man? Yes? Kindly look. Please look carefully. Yes? What can you see in this slide? In this picture? He is thinking. Okay?
Reading.
He is reading. Okay? Observing. Okay? Focused. Okay? It is also written word. There are two perspectives, okay? What is written over here? It's liar. Okay? So you said there are different personalities. They perceive the things differently according to their own perception. Some you said there is a portrait of a guy, okay? And she said liar is written over here. Yes? Yes. Yes, please. So you got the idea, okay? There are two perspectives are there, okay? It's up to you. Okay? It's up to you. Yes. This is easy one, huh? Yes. Yes, please. Abdul Rahman.
Evil.
Evil.
It's a good evil.
Evil is good, huh?
Evil is not good.
Yes. अब देखिए कि इसी पिक्चर they are this is the same picture, but the people they see things differently, okay? You can mold it, okay? Okay, yes. One of the psychological barriers that we suffer mostly, we came across this in our practical life. A second perceptual problem after emotion is caused by people filling in information. We fill the information without knowing whether it's true or not. ऐसा ही है ना कि हम अच्छा ये बात की उसने मेरे बारे में की. We just pass on the information. We don't even bother whether it's correct or not. Okay. Okay. Yes, please fill in. Add one line to this Roman word, make 6 out of it. Yes, please. Make 6 out of it.
Add one line to this Roman.
One line. Yes. Okay, yes, please. Make one line. Roman word.
Put S before these two words.
Okay. If you try to create a Roman number 6, then you filled in missing information. Okay. This is the missing information. You filled in the rogue information. Experience. Sometimes we have the good experience and sometimes we have the bad experiences. So these experiences affect our communication process. So here I want to relate one story. One day a father and his son are driving to work. Suddenly they met a terrible car accident. The father is killed and the son is badly hurt. An ambulance takes the son to a hospital. In the emergency room, the nurse says, "We have to take him straight into operation theatre or he may die." They rush him down the hall to surgery. The surgeon walks in, takes one look at the boy and says, "I can't operate on him. He is my son." Yes, what is this? He was driving with his father and he was killed. And the surgeon comes in and says, "I can't operate, he is my son."
Surgeon is female.
Surgeon is his mom.
Okay, yes? Any other idea?
Same.
Same? Okay, yes? कोई चाचा ताया mom. Yes? Fear?
Because naturally we make our judgment based on our experience. And in my experience, I have never seen a surgeon who is a female. Most of the time, surgeons are supposed to be from the male gender.
Yes.
So that's why it's a reason.
Because in Pakistani culture, as we are very much familiar, if I talk about the driver, okay? If I talk about the driver, so in Pakistani culture, we don't supposed to be a female as a driver. Naturally comes in our mind that could be a male person because that exists in our culture. But in Europe, if you see around the other world, so they can consider that because that is the part of their life. Because of the culture, because of the experiences that we have in our practical life, in our culture, so we make assumptions about on the basis of those experiences. Okay, yes. What could be the ways? We talk about the communication barriers, communication process, goals, and communication barriers. Then, what should be the ways? How can we improve the communication process? Speak clearly. Your message should be clear. If I say, "Mujhe jaldi se paper de do," you didn't get any idea about it. If I say, "Give me a pen and paper and show me your answer," so this statement is very much clear. Okay? So your statement, if you want to improve your communication, your statement should be very much clear, understandable to the receiver. Then check twice. I will ask you, "Fatma, did you get my idea? Is it clear to you?" So twice you need to check whether the idea is properly disseminated or not. Then use simple words. Simple words use kare. Narcissism. If I say you narcissism, so how can you get the idea? So kindly use the simple words. Okay, that must be understandable to your receiver. First of all, we can improve the communication if we consider who is our audience. So first of all, you need to analysis who is your audience. I was working at Beacon House School, and once I was looking my colleague. She was talking to the father of one student, and she was constantly speaking in English language. At the end of the, you can say she conveyed all the message. At the end, he said, "Ma'am, sorry, मुझे कुछ समझ नहीं आया because I'm not familiar with English language." So first of all, you need to understand who is your audience. Okay, whether the idea is clear to his or her or not. Okay, then increase your knowledge. If you don't have any knowledge about the subject, then what you are supposed to disseminate to your audience. Okay, so first of all, you need to have full knowledge about your specific subject. Okay, think ahead what you are going to say. हमेशा हमारे साथ, this is the problem we came across. We interpret immediately, just instantly. We want to react. Okay, so first of all, you need to think about it. आप देखिए, कहते हैं कि एक दफा जो आपका वर्ड निकल जाता है, वो वापस नहीं आ सकता. इसलिए think twice what you are going to say. क्योंकि आप किसी को hurt भी कर सकते हैं. Like if I say, "I'm operating this machine because I can operate it, but I cannot operate the persons. So I need to be very careful because what is the reason? Because human beings, they are carrying their emotions with them. So we need to be very much careful." Okay? aware of basic content of your message. आपको पता होना चाहिए कि है क्या. What is the basic content of your message? Total physical and human setting. If I am conveying you the message and there is a distortion, the door is going to open and close, then you are unable to receive the message. Okay, so we need to be careful about the physical and human setting. Seek to clarify your ideas before communicating. Clarify your ideas with yourself. Okay, whatever I am going to speak, is it visible, is it clear, is it genuine, is it relevant to the specific idea or subject or not? Okay, so we need to be think, or we need to be very much careful. Examine the true purpose of each communication. So we need to be very much careful. What is the purpose? What is the rationale behind this session? Okay. Follow up your communication. You need to follow up. ये नहीं कि एक बात कही दोबारा आपने पलट के देखा नहीं. No, we need to take the feedback from the receiver. Then communicate for tomorrow as well as today. Then seek not only to be understand. आपने सिर्फ सुनना बोलना नहीं है. Mostly we do one thing. We just speak out. We need to be a good listener as well, because our communication process is going to be completed. Because the speaking that carries the 50% until unless receiver is not able to carry the right idea, exact idea, then there is no communication process exist. Okay, so we need to be listen carefully. आप जितना सुनेंगे बोलती मैं वही हूँ. Whatever we speak, that is very much relevant to the specific knowledge that we carry with ourselves. But when we listen to others, it means we are going to enhance our knowledge. Okay, so we need to be a good listener as well. If we want to be a good you can say speaker. Then opportunity to convey something of help or to value the receiver. If you listen to me, if I am talking to Manu और ये मुझे 2-3 दफा she is going to make me interrupt, so it means she is not giving me the respect. Okay, that prevails in our culture. Whenever you can say an elder person, your teacher, he is conveying or she is conveying you some idea. So first of all, let him or her complete his talk or her talk first. Okay, so you are giving value to other point of view. If while listening you can make notes, because you know we cannot retain each and every word, but we can make the important points. Ask for clarification. If you are not getting the idea, you can ask the questions. Pay undivided attention to the speaker while listening. If I am speaking to you, आप मेरा सुन भी रहे हैं और you are also looking at your mobile phone, your eyes are at the door, so it means you are not going to pay the full attention. जब आपकी attention नहीं होती, are you able to get the full idea or not?
No.
No, definitely not, because you are not focusing on your idea. Okay, if giving you the lecture, if someone comes in, so I need to recap. I need to go for the recap. I can repeat my words, then repeat what the speaker has said. Don't interpret the speaker. Don't speak too fast. If I say, we need to consider what is the, you can say, the speed of the words. If I speak too high, that is not good. If I speak too fast, then it means you are not getting my idea. So I need to be moderate, okay? Do not assume that everybody understand you. I have already told you, every individual, they perceive things differently. So don't think idea is conveyed to everyone. Don't look around. If I talk to you, suppose you are, instead of looking me, you are looking around you. Then it means you are not listening to me. You are not giving value to my message. Okay? So don't look around. You need to focus. हम जब नमाज पढ़ते हैं तो हमें नमाज में भी no one is actually looking at you, but the main theme is we are talking to Allah. Okay? So हम यहाँ इधर उधर नहीं देखते. जिस तरीके से हमें नमाज कही गई है, हम उसी तरीके से we offer our prayers, because actually we are communicating with Allah. Okay? So हम उन basic principles and rules को follow up करते हैं. Same is the case with the communication. Do not jump to the conclusion. एकदम से conclusion पे नहीं जाना. क्यों? Because you can interpret things wrong. Okay? So first of all, do analyze the thing. Thank you very much. If you have any question, you can ask me. Okay, thank you very much.
Let's end the session clapping.